Hello, welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to be talking about why your bank account isn't showing the correct amount. You see, bank accounts in QuickBooks Online are so important, and making sure that they have the right balance in there is really good confidence that you've got everything right in QuickBooks. Should be one of the first things you always check when looking at QuickBooks. And we're going to be spending the time today to make sure that you have everything in line to make sure that bank account's right. Your bank account should go from this to this. Stay tuned and we'll make sure that yours is always right. Hello, my name is Aaron Patrick. I am a chartered accountant, a certified UK trainer. Fancy new logo. That QuickBooks chap on the internet, just shown over here, and head of accounts here at Boffix. Now in this video, we're going to talk about how your bank account isn't quite balancing. And we want to make sure that you know why it's not balanced in the first place and how to fix it. Let's not waste any more time and go straight into it. Okay, in front of me are some prime examples. We've got this bank account here that is showing negative figures in QuickBooks, but we've got a bank balance of £438.81. Got a bank balance here where we've got way more in QuickBooks than we have in the business bank account itself. And then we've got another small bank account here that's just a tiny bit out and we still want to see it. But ultimately what we want is we want these figures to always agree to these figures. And if we can ensure that, then that's going to give us confidence that at least our bank account's been done correctly. Now there's a few reasons for this. Let's go through reason number one. Reason number one, and it should be pretty obvious on this particular one, is that we still have items outstanding. Also, the updated on is pretty late as well. So in both of these circumstances, this could easily be the solution. Let's first of all clear these 12 transactions. Now that we've added all of our transactions into QuickBooks, we're able to see that that's actually fixed our problem for us. I still feel like the bank account might be a little bit up to date, so I need to look into that. But ultimately, because now that I've got my bank balance in, I at least know that as at that date, that's correct. Because remember about taking this down to its core principle here. The core principle is the fact that when we have items in our for review section here, we need to move them into our categorize section. And when they're still in for review, you've got to think of them that they're not technically in QuickBooks yet. And until we move them from for review to categorized, those transactions will not help and not affect our in QuickBooks bank balance. So we need to be making sure that we've cleared everything first before we move on. Let's look at option number two. Option number two is probably one of the ones where we see the most common. And what's happened here is we've got a business bank account happily been connected. Everything's all ticked, so we know that all the transactions have been completed. But if I go to bank register, and straight away on the screen, it should be showing you some of the issues that we have. So I'm looking at the issues here, and it's given me a lot of information. Now, at the moment, I'm in my date format, but I can see straight away some of the issues that may be causing me a problem. Notice this column here, and you may never have seen this column before, but it's so important. When you're in your bank account area, you look at this area, and remember this screen is supposed to replicate what's going in your bank account. So you should see all the payments and all the deposits that relate to this bank. But this column is so important to us. This column tells us two things. First of all, if the transaction came from a bank feed. That's what that green blob means there. When it comes from a bank feed, that's a great indication that this is correct. This is a transaction that we should be absolutely spot on with. Now, the only time this wouldn't be correct is if you've got maybe duplicates or something like that. But ultimately, if you see the manually added from bank feeds option there, that means that these transactions must have been coming into QuickBooks one way or another, and we should be confident that A, they're the right amount, the right date, and the only thing that could possibly be wrong at this point is we've allocated it to a different place. But that's not what we're concentrating on this video. What we're concentrating on this video is the transactions being there in the first place. So we've got a lot of confidence in here. There's also a C at the top. That means that they are tentatively reconciled. The transactions have come into QuickBooks, so QuickBooks are quite confident in these transactions. But with the C, that means that QuickBooks expect them to be able to be reconciled in the bank, but they've not been reconciled at this point. Let's look at the other ones that have got options here. We've got this green blob with a little plus and an R next to it. The R stands for the fact that the transaction's been reconciled, so we have lots of confidence that that one's correct. That's definitely a transaction that's A-OK, because not only has it been added to QuickBooks from a green blob solution, and we've got confidence in it, but we've actually gone through and reconciled it using the reconciliation process. If you want more information on reconciliation, do go check our other videos where we talk about reconciliation in a lot more detail. But also the green blob has got a plus next to it. And the plus in this case means it is automatically been added via a bank rule, which again gives you a lot of confidence that this transaction is definitely legit. And because it's been added from bank rule, that also gives us confidence that more than likely it's gone to the right place. But look at these transactions at the top here. No C's, no R's, and no green blobs. This is what you're looking out for when you have any issues with your bank balance. And if I use the little handy sort button at the top here, I can actually sort to all of the transactions that are negatively affecting my bank balance. Look how many they are. In this case, no wonder I'm so far out, because I've got all of these transactions that are throwing out my bank balance. And ultimately, if I go through and get rid of these, I'm going to be in a better position. Now, a lot of the time, it's because they've been posted the wrong one. This expense telephone up here, if I go in and edit it, this never left my bank account. This was actually a personal transaction. So instead of going against my business bank account, I should be going against something like my director's loan account or my cash account. And as I press save, my ending balance is going to start getting to the place where it needs to be. Ultimately, I need to go through and get rid of them, like this. Now, notice what's happened. I've gone through and I've removed all of those transactions. Either I've deleted them or I've moved them to where they should have gone through, where they shouldn't have gone through my bank account. I'm just left with green blobs. Like green blobs means that my bank balance and my ending balance now agree. To show that in a better light, jump into my bank account area and notice that this bank account is now correct. Again, if we think back to what was there before and what was now, well, this is much more confidence building, isn't it? Our NatWest bank accounts agreed, our business bank accounts agreed. A-okay. Okay, so let's concentrate on the third and final one. So our third and final one is this particular bank account here. Now in this case, you'll notice there's an I here, which means that this bank account hasn't been connected for some time. And more than likely what's happened here is we've got missing transactions. You see, think about it. QuickBooks is still going to be doing things for us. If we've marked items as paid, especially if we're using like the receipt tab or we're marking people have paid us, we're still going to be adding transactions to QuickBooks. And if I jump back to the bank register again, have a look, you'll have items like this, £128.5p. There's going to be lots of these in here without the C on it, without the plus on it. But actually, these aren't not correct. It's just that we haven't provided the information to QuickBooks to let them know that these transactions should be there. So let's first of all reconnect the transaction. Then I can clear the transactions, including any fine matches, so I can match against it. There's £128.5p. And now you can see that I've reconnected my bank, put all the transactions in, I'm now back to the right figure. Now, unfortunately, sometimes this is the area where you'll get the most complication. Thankfully, with Tide, the bank I'm using now, QuickBooks and Tide were clever enough to work together and find all the information that's missing. But you won't always have that. Sometimes you'll find that reconnecting, you're still going to have a space of area that's not correct. And that will obviously cause you issues. Now, to correct that, the best thing to do is go to the reconciliation area, and you're going to the best option is to go through and reconcile the bank accordingly. That will give you an indication of where the missing information is going to be. Alternatively, don't forget to jump into that bank register, use it in a date format, and do scroll down trying to find dates that might be missing. You need to find the two dates, the date where you started and the date when you finished, and where ultimately the gap is. Once you've found the two dates that you're missing, then at that point you need to jump into your bank account, log in as normal, and you'll need to then download the information from there. Once you've done that, head back to the banking area, go to the top here where it says link account, and just below it there's an option where you've got a drop down arrow, upload from file. From here it's going to give you that information again. Open a new tab, sign into your online bank, export the bank statement and upload it. Drag your information in from here, select the file you've just downloaded, press open, press continue. Choose the bank that you want to be bringing it into, press continue. Now, at this point you might need to do a bit of mapping. Is the first row in your file a header? Well, if I open up the file itself, notice how we've got the files at the top here, date, description, credits, debits. So there is the header, so I can press yes. How many columns showing the amounts? Well, in this one it's 2 columns, but you may be in a position where it's just 1, plus and minus. And what date format? Well, day, month, year, and that's because that's the date format that's on the left-hand side. Then I need to just give the mapping information. So what my date's going to be, well, that's going to be column, in my case, date. What my description's going to be, description. And then I can make sure my money received and my money spent is correct. Always make sure you just bring up that file again, just to double check that you got that the right way around. Once you're happy with that, press continue. You can use this area now as a bit of a chance to go through and make sure you're happy with everything. But ultimately, you want to tick those transactions, then going to tick the ones already. Press continue, press yes. And just like that, we've imported that missing information. Which means if I go to the transaction, put the ticks in, press accept, I've been able to add my data in there. And finally, this is a great example of when not to worry about your bank account you're in QuickBooks not agreeing, because I've just downloaded the transaction, not being able to connect my bank. QuickBooks doesn't know what my bank balance is, only what my figure in QuickBooks is going to be. That way, you definitely need to go to bank register or however you want to get to reconcile and reconcile the bank accordingly. And there we have it, some tips and tricks to make sure that your bank is always going to be correct each and every time. Personally, what I would find is making sure that you go into QuickBooks on a little and often basis. It's the best way to keep on top of that bank. That way you've got fewer transactions to worry about, get them in, and you should always find that it goes back to that reconciled area. Another bonus tip is sometimes, just sometimes, you are actually correct to have the balance out of sync. This mostly is down to a timing issue. Imagine that you've got a direct debit or something that you know has been paid, you've marked it's been paid, or you've had money coming in that you know is received, but hasn't actually cleared for your bank account yet. Don't worry, just leave that outstanding, and then when the bank does finally catch up in a few days' time, you'll be able to match that accordingly. And finally, don't forget about the world of reconciliation. We've done a few videos on reconciliation, so make sure you go and look at those. But having a bank reconciled is by far the best way to know that everything is okay. The other best thing about reconciliation is if you were to adjust something later down the line, you're going to have a wonderful audit trail that's going to let you know that bank account is incorrect and ultimately how to fix it. And there we are. That is our video on how to make sure that your bank account is right each and every time. Let us know in the comments below. Have you had any other issues that we should be known about? Let everyone know. Maybe it'll be worthwhile us doing a future video on that subject. But ultimately, isn't this a great sign? Everything's agreed. And we've got nice big ticks there as well. Chef's kiss. If this video has helped you in any way, please consider a like and subscribe. It makes a massive difference to a channel like ourselves, and the support will be greatly appreciated. Also, if you're looking for a discounted version of QuickBooks, don't forget to head over to the Bookkeeping store. Links are all in below, where we make sure that you're not overpaying for your QuickBooks license. And that's it. That is my video. My name's been Aaron Patrick. This video has been an absolute pleasure to do for you, and I'm sure I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.